Hi everybody, welcome to this video. I'm actually in one of our playrooms today in the AutPlay therapy clinic. And what I want to talk about in this video is something that I think doesn't get enough attention in play and play therapy, and that is functional play. Functional play is just really briefly defined as playing with mainly toys in the way that they were sort of intended to be played with. And why functional play is so important, especially to me, is because I work with a lot of neurodivergent children, and a lot of neurodivergent children do come in and do a lot of functional plays. One of the types of play that oftentimes they have a preference in doing, they like to do, and so it's what they will come into the playroom and what they will do. So I'm going to show you like 3 toys that represent functional play toys and just kind of talk about how kids come in and use them in the play therapy room. And then just some ideas also for you about how you can expand the functional play toy usage. All right, so just 3, there's many, but I'm just going to highlight 3 in this video. And the first one is sitting on this table over here. It's just a simple ring toss game. We've probably all seen a ring toss game. So here's this one, and it's got these rings on it. This is a great one. I love it. It's got a great tactile feel to it. I always love incorporating sensory elements into whatever we're doing in play. So everybody knows how a ring toss game works, right? You set it somewhere and you toss the rings and you try to get them on here. So simple game. Kids do come in and gravitate toward it. They play it just in the way it was intended to be played. They don't turn the rings into something else. They don't create the whole thing as something else as part of an elaborate pretend play. That would be pretend play, right? So when we're talking about functional play, they're going to come in, set this up, and they want to play the actual ring toss game. Nothing wrong with that. If that's their type of play and their play preference is great, because actually within this game, there's all kinds of elements here that may be things that are part of our therapy goals, like working with another person, following some rules, taking turns, winning, losing. All these concepts would be right there in this type of functional play that a child might do. So we have like a ring toss game, 1 or 2 actually in all of our playrooms, because I do find that kids come in and do kind of gravitate toward this game and want to play it with the therapist or want to play it with their parents. Another really cool functional toy that again we have in all of our playrooms is like a mini bowling set. So I really recommend you get some type of, fake bowling set. Basically, this is a plastic one. It comes with all the pins and plastic bowling balls. Again, in functional play, the child would come in, they would set up the bowling pins, and they would bowl, just like they would do in real life if they went bowling. And again, same thing with the ring toss. It provides these opportunities to work on turn taking, competing with another person, doing some play with another person, winning, losing. There's a lot of different elements that you can get into here that may be things that have been established as your therapy goals anyway. So the functional play just provides that natural opportunity to work on those issues that you were wanting to work on as part of the therapy goals. And the last one I want to show you today is over here on the wall. And this is a Hooky Game. It's basically a dartboard. So some type of dartboard would be great to have in your playroom. We have one in each of our playrooms. So it's just a board that has hooks on it. And actually, let me grab it and do a little close up with you. Kind of hard to see it back there. So it looks like this. The brand name's called Hooky, but there's lots of versions of this. You can get an off-brand version on Amazon for like $9. So it's made of wood. It's got little hooks on it. There are these little rubber circles, and somebody's red, somebody's black. And you basically take turns, you know, aiming for the higher number, and then you can add up your totals. You're basically just playing it like a dartboard concept. I just happen to like these hooky boards better than the traditional dartboard. So again, same idea. Kids would come in and they would play this just kind of in the way the toy or the game was intended to be played with. And it's got all those elements in it, like I already mentioned, with the bowling set and the ring toss that you may be working on anyway in your therapy goals. So one thing to note about this functional play, you may just play like this, like we've been talking about, or you may want to add an element. And sometimes that's okay. And sometimes the kids are okay with that. There have been times where I've taken the functional play and added sort of a feelings element to it. If that was something that we were working on, is identifying and talking about feelings more. So for example, we might do something with the ring toss where every time that you missed the ring, you had to name a negative feeling, right? Or a feeling that doesn't feel good. And every time you get one on, you name a positive feeling or a feeling that does feel good. With the ring toss, we could do the same thing, right? We could actually write feelings down that correspond with the numbers, you know, and maybe put that on the dry erase board. Okay, 1 is happy, 8 is sad, 12 is mad. So if you get one of those, then you have to share about that feeling that goes along with the number. There's all kinds of ideas you can come up with. One of the things I remember I like to do a lot with the ring toss is turn it into sort of a strengths-based intervention. So the idea is similar with the feelings. If you miss the ring, then you have to share something that you're good at or that you think you do well. So every time there's a miss, you have to share something that you think you're good at or that you do well. So these are sort of the ideas you can add in to this play and the way the game is played naturally, if it's something that you think would be good for the child. And again, goes back to some of the therapy goals that you have for the child. So don't forget to just kind of get creative, you know, add some other elements that might tap into more of your therapy goals as the child engages in this functional play. So hopefully this was helpful and gives you a little bit more information about these type of functional toys, how to add them into your playroom, what to do with them in your playroom. I think this can be a very powerful form of play, especially for neurodivergent children. So thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, and come back and watch more videos. Take care.